EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Charbonnet. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Prescott to throw on 4th. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott to throw it. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lamb will go in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Instead, it's Charbonnet. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey's good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. To the air goes Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
19 charger, 19 charge, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing now is Daniels. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Washington first down.
60 Vikings. Cowboys 80. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Ready?
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. David Njoku. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 69 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ready?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. This is Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
70 Lions. Let's go. 7 Pirates. Panthers.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
79 Bronx. Go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
76.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He'll return it from the 6. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go!
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Crack goal 80. Viking 18.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Lions. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
Daniels going to throw for it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
47-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Come on, set. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now 2nd and 3. Prescott now. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Left side to Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On the give here, Charbonnet. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Y'all got to talk about taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ain't ready, no Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk our way. Don't cut mention. Got that touch my savior. Give me that touch of my head.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it down by 2 scores. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Trap 60. Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Panther Street. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is a half, but not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on.
Operating from the gun, Daniels completes it to Jennings. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
It's a gain of 11. And the Commanders' first down.
Ready.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that'll be caught. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. Open man is Noah Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
To the air goes Daniels. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tag! Bronco 80.
Here's Daniels. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good for a Washington
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
first down and goal to go.
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes offensive you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing, pressing, over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Prescott from the gun.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Well, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of his 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing now is Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
To throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Check smash, check smash, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Daniels looking to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Daniels. And completes it to Cook over the middle. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Bronco 80.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Ready,
3rd
check.
and 5.
Let's go. 19 target. Big Lion. Warrior 70.
Back to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Williams will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
60 Bison, 60, 70 Timberwolves.
2nd and 2. The pressure now, he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. This is 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Charbonnet once again.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Prescott. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only mustered 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Cougar 19. Ready?
Back to throw. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw. Completes to the Njoku.
No timeouts. You got to go quick here.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. This one swung out to Williams. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
At the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
70. Panther 11, Panther.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
70, press all 80. Press all 80.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready, set.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd
Go,
and
Reed.
goal.
Go. Ready.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now Folk for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Commanders, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop